Here we are with another edition of Let Steve the Legend Talking Sports.
Yep.
Tonight, his guest is Pat McGlynn,
Yes.
a former
Former.
player for St. Joe's University.
Yep.
Now, you can take it over there, Stevie boy.
Where are you from?
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, but I live currently in New York City. So I've lived here about 2.5 years now.
Ask him where he was born. Ask him where he was born and grew up.
Where were you born?
Wow. I think I was born and raised in Juniata. And then we moved to, I think, Yardley. And then I moved out to Bucks County, to Jamison.
Where did you go to school? Where did you go to school? Where did you go to school?
Where'd you go to school?
So high school, I went to St. Joe's Prep, and then went right to another St. Joe's, to St. Joe's University, and graduated 2014.
What made you pick St. Joe's University?
There was a couple of factors. So my brother was already there, my older brother. He was a freshman there when I was a senior in high school, and then my dad went there. So it was kind of like a legacy thing. I knew about St. Joe's and knew about the good times you could have in Manayunk and at St. Joe's, and just decided that would be a good school for me. And then, obviously, with Don, Patty, and Steve coming into the soccer program, that was another, deciding factor for me.
Cool.
What other organizations? What other organizations did he play? What other organizations? What other organizations?
What other organizations did you play for?
So growing up, I started with Philadelphia Soccer Club. Me and my older brother played under my dad in the McInnernys. We played with Marissa and Patrice for a while. And then from there, we joined the Ukrainian Nationals Club. Played there for a couple of years. I then moved to VE, Version Erskine. Then moved to UGH. From UGH, moved to SC Delco for a little while. And then back to Philly Soccer, to Copa. So it did like a full circle, which was good. So was able to play for many clubs and met a bunch of great guys over the years that I still keep in touch with, and I was able to play against with in high school and college. So it was good. It's always good to see them, and I continue to see them, which is good.
Who's your favorite professional athlete?
I would say Sergio Ramos, which I think a lot of people wouldn't like, especially wearing a Liverpool, shirt. A lot of people don't like Sergio Ramos, but I think him as a defender and the amount of goals that he scores, he may have even more red cards than goals. But I think for him being a aggressive defender and just getting them the mix with everything, offensively and defensively, I think that I kind of looked at him as like a warrior on the field. So I would say him. I think a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I'm going to stick with it.
Who is your role model?
My role model? It's going to be my dad. I always looked up to him, whether he's a coach on the soccer field, coaching actually in any sport, or just being my father. He's probably my role model and probably always will be. Always look up to him for advice and questions, and he was always there for us.
What do you do now for a job?
So, like I said, I work up in New York. I work as a financial analyst for J.P. Morgan, one of the banks. Started with them once I graduated from St. Joe's. Worked down in Delaware for a little bit, and then, like I said, 3 years ago, moved up to New York and working up in the city now. So, liking it.
What was your favorite memory of Mexico?
Mexico, probably. Obviously the wedding itself. Watching Marissa walk down the aisle was great. Seeing how happy Stan was and how all of his friends and family were. Everyone was just very excited. It has to be that, but No Mas has to be there. No Mas is definitely something that I think the McGlynn family has taken away. And every time we see you, if we're taking a shot immediately right after, we're saying No Mas. So definitely those two memories are definitely up there.
That's it. Thank you for your time, buddy.
Hold on, Steve. I got some
Yeah,
more. I got some questions for him. First of all, Steve, you should tell everybody what you were talking about at Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Me and Pat, we went to a wedding. At the same wedding in Mexico.
For a friend of both of theirs. And we sat with Pat and his mom and dad and his brothers at the reception, and we had a great time. Stephen was sitting at the table with Pat's dad while we were all dancing, having a good time. And I believe it was someone's birthday that day, right?
That was my birthday.
So, Pat, what did you major in at St. Joe's? Finance?
Yes, I majored in finance.
And would you get just bachelor's, or did you get a master's?
Just bachelor's. May go back for master's if need be, but just with the bachelor's for now.
Awesome. So, do you still play?
We have it's different up here because you don't have many 11v11 soccer fields. So we play 7v7 during the spring, summer, and fall. And then when it gets to the winter, we just play on the basketball court in Brooklyn, which is just futsal, which is like 4-on-4. Winter stays on. Spring, summer, fall is more competitive and more organized.
See, that's the futsal. Remember we were talking about Pat Morris with that? Yeah, it's a big thing because you don't need a lot of room.
Now more and more little kids are playing it, right? Get more touches on the ball.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I saw while the virus thing was going on when I was home, I watched the thing on Netflix. It was in French. They were in France, and it was all about the futsal. How a lot of players are now just playing that instead of playing 11 versus 11. They're going for futsal.
Smart. Get more touches.
Yeah, and these guys make money at it too. They got professional leagues and all that stuff over there.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Well, Pat, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to do this for the legend, and make sure you look on all your social medias. He'll have it posted everywhere. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm glad you didn't ask who the best McGlynn was. I didn't want to answer that.
Nah, we stay away from those questions.
No, I was like, what's the one question I'm not prepared for?
Nah, Steven tries to take it easy on people. He doesn't want anybody hurting anybody's feelings out there. If you gotta tell everybody, you're the best, that's okay with us, Pat.
We'll crop it in there. We'll put it in there.
Take it easy, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy.
Take care.
Namaste.
Namaste.